This is the Soulful Sisters.
Yeah, but sometimes we're just repeating ourselves over and over. I do that a lot, where I call you and I just want to repeat myself over and over.
Yeah, you do. And I'm like, you told me that. You told me that. You tell me the same story.
I know, and then you say, I told you that, and I still won't stop.
No, I'll say, yeah, you told me that.
I'm like, yeah, so anyways, and I tell you again. That's an old person thing too, hey?
I think
Dad's been telling the same stories over and over.
I know. I think that's like inherited.
Oh,
you're gonna get the grandma planted in gene.
No, I'm not.
It's coming.
I'm not.
It's coming.
Well, I am trimming my nose.
So Grandma Planted was like,
she's crazy. Do you have a nose hair trimmer? I just want to get a few.
Oh, okay, Grandma Planted. Oh, I feel scared.
This is an inside joke.
Like, yeah, it's so
my dad points like this. Can you?
And so did Grandma.
It was like this.
Grandma Planted.
But I haven't done that yet.
I've seen you do that, but you haven't done it with the middle finger. You've done it with this finger.
No, I haven't.
Yes,
pointed
I've
at
seen
something like that. There's
I've
no
seen
way.
It.
You're lying.
You're just lying. In denial.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Soulful Sisters podcast. It's me, KB.
And Tabitha Barker.
Hello. All right, today we're going to talk about normal people.
Yeah. Well,
what is normal?
So I've been going through like this phase in life, in my sobriety, and my personal growth, and my awareness, my spirituality. You too, exactly.
Yeah.
Plugged to your new documentary,
right?
Screening tonight, Unbecoming. Yeah. Go check that out. I don't know where it's going to be posted, but
we'll keep you posted on the documentary to where I unbecome everything I thought I was.
Exactly. So we're kind of going through these phases together. And we were talking on the phone yesterday, a day, one of the days, and we were trying to figure out.
You wanted to stop trying to fix yourself. That's where it started. You'd made a comment about wondering when a person reaches, and not in the way, I just want to say, not in the way of like, hey, when have I fully healed? Like, it's not like you were like, I feel like I'm fully healed. Can I just move on? It was more to do with like, how can we
just be normal? Like, okay, so what is normal? How about the people can help us? What is normal? Because my sister and I, then correct me if I'm wrong, like we have been in such a like healed our past traumas because we had a shitty childhood. We had shitty relationships that were abusive and things like that. And, you know, we have addiction in our family, and I was alcoholic, and now I'm not. I don't want to be labeled as that. And so it's like this constant work. We're constantly like, fix the trauma. Why am I thinking this way? Why am I acting this way? Why am I? And then now we're like, oh, this is why. Now we know. But now how do we just
live our lives?
Stop the fixing and learning and knowing. How do you just like be like,
well, I guess first, why do you want to, right? I think for me, the idea of the stop the fixing, for me personally, it's because I'm still overanalyzing my own behaviors on a daily basis. Not as much as I used to, but still catching myself when I feel like I am reacting from an old pattern. And so then I, take to journaling, reading, like every day.
Yeah.
Right. Meditating, sitting with myself, reflecting. And do most people do that? Does anybody do that?
Is that normal?
And so, it's my new normal. It's my normal. It's been your normal. But sometimes, and also there is still this, like, what am I, while I still have a lot of trust in what's next, there's a part of me that still feels like, what am I embarking on next? What is the next move for me? Where is KB & Co going? What am I doing with that business? What am I doing with Bravehearts? Where is that going? Like, there's still this needing to
I think that's different though, because those are goals, those are aspirations, those are like, just like with me stepping into the coaching school where I want to get certification, like those are goals, like
right,
things that we want. And whether it takes off or doesn't, like there's no attachment to that.
right.
But I'm saying like the journaling and the coping and like sitting down and being like, okay, why did I do this? Why did I do this? Why did I
Why did
do
react
this?
this way? Why am I
And
feeling this
like
way? Yeah.
sitting there and like taking radical accountability almost to like a unhealthy way, to the point where you're like, I don't want to feel this way again. So now I'm going to like fix this and fix this. So, we were talking about how our partners are pretty just chill. And
Yeah.
like, how do we like
Just be chill, like just
just
get
be
up,
chill, like just get up
do
and
the
not
same thing.
analyze anything and just have your breakfast and not feel like I need to read a book about why I had 5 drinks and relapsed and went a little crazy. Like,
Yeah.
what? It's just like, hey, well, that was a mistake. Okay, carry on. Like, why can't we be like that?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
And I want to say normal, because like, is everybody like that? Is
like,
everybody out there doing that kind of work, or are they just like
living their life?
living their life?
Sometimes
like, what is normal?
Sometimes I feel like when we are doing this, a lot of self-discovery, a lot of like self-prompts, journaling, reading, sometimes I feel like we are staying stuck in this like new pattern that's preventing us from just living life.
And that's what my girlfriend said, like on when I did go like a couple weeks ago when I had that relapse. She was like, I just don't know why you just, who cares? Just start living your life. And it was so profound. And I was like, and that's what perpetuated this thought process and this conversation, because it's like, why can't we just, like, you and I are very into self-work and radical accountability and building relationship and being as authentic and as we can. And some days it's less work than other days, but it is still work. So like,
I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the people that I think of as normal that just do a lot of like normal things. I feel like but this is also an assumption that we're making about the other person. Like, you don't know if they're in their own way,
well, that's
doing some form of work for themselves.
Right.
And also, are you normal because you don't do these things? Or are we, like, who are we to say that that's
what's normal?
What's normal? Yeah.
Well,
like, I don't think it's normal to not read a book. Like,
some self-help.
But I know a lot of people that don't, like, they're not big readers. Maybe they're big podcast junkies. But any form of self-discovery to me feels like it's the way to live. Like, that's the way to. That's
but when does it, like, do we take a break? Do we take a break and just live for a bit, and then, as things come up, we're like, okay, let's go into some self-work. Instead, we're like doing it like a full-time fucking job.
It does feel like a full-time job. I will say that. Yeah, maybe
especially right now, or maybe it's just our season right now. I don't know, but I'm like.
Well, you've been at it for a couple of years.
I'm ready to take a break.
Yeah,
quit.
Same. It does feel like it's, for me, maybe more so a part-time job that I'm juggling that. It might also feel like maybe there's still an element of chasing.
Yeah.
Or seeking. Right? For people that are like us.
Yeah.
What are we looking for? Like, I don't know if I'll ever reach I'm done, I figured it all out.
Well, like we were talking yesterday, we keep moving the bar.
Yeah.
You seek to understand, and then you understand, and then you move the bar to something else that you don't understand, that you want to seek clarity for.
Yeah.
And then we just keep moving that bar. So we're keep doing the work.
Yeah.
But then, like, I'm fucking exhausted. I just want to go swim in the ocean and drink a margarita.
I mean, that does sound
Cut
like a
that
good
out.
time, but you probably shouldn't. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
And not have a story about it, not have an
Mhm.
attachment to it, not have a, you know, anything.
Yeah.
Like just like do like it's all good in the hood. We're all happy, go lucky. Nothing's bad, nothing's good. Nothing. We're just
It's
chill.
just neutral.
We're
We're
just
neutral about
living
things.
life.
Yeah. Do you think that the people that you're perceiving as normal are doing that?
I honestly don't have a person in my head that I'm perceiving as normal. That I'm thinking of. I'm like, who would I perceive as normal?
I know a few people. I can't mention names, but I know of a few people that I think are living very normal lives, and it feels
Like simple.
It feels freeing. It feels
Right.
simple to not overthink your own behaviors, other people's reactions. Like I know people that will just like a person reacts a certain way, they are just already know. Maybe the people that we're thinking are normal are more awakened or more evolved than we are, because they could receive a reaction that is something that you and I will overanalyze, and they're like, they just move on from it.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't affect them.
Yeah. That's normal to me.
Yeah.
But then for me, like I get heartbroken so easily. I
Yeah,
like
so
feel the emotion and
Yeah.
like everything's so deep. Like
Yeah.
chill out. I
Yeah.
just want to be like, chill the fuck out, Tabitha.
Yeah.
It's not that deep.
Yeah. Well,
But sometimes it is.
sometimes it is.
Most of the time, to me, it is.
Yeah.
And now we're analyzing all the reasons why it is.
We're really overanalyzing normal people too.
We are.
So
That's so true. And that's the end of that.
oh, I don't know where else to go with that
I don't either. I think we came full circle.
without calling my husband a potato, but
Well, you just did.
don't get that in there. Poor guy.
That's so funny. Okay, so maybe we are normal, maybe we're not. But I think maybe the lesson here is to not label it as anything.
Yeah. And maybe
be okay with not being okay.
Yeah. For sure. Not feeling like you need to fix everything all the time.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Like sometimes things just don't need fixing. They just need to be.
Yeah. And
You just
you
need
don't
to-
need to understand either.
Yeah.
Like, although see that even like saying that out loud and how that felt in my body was like, no, I need to understand.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think we could possibly understand a lot of things.
No. We could understand ourselves.
Yeah.
But then the thing is, I feel like if you start to understand yourself, you have to bring grace and peace and compassion. And I think there's a part of me, and I would say the same about you, that doesn't offer that same peace and compassion to yourself, because you're trying to not have that situation or that feeling or that emotion happen again, because it's hurting or it's sad but in the same time, just in the exact same way we feel joy and love for, like, when we see Aaliyah playing and she says something funny and the joy that it is, but you're not labeling it as anything. You're in the moment. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So like being able to even apply that to a negative situation.
Totally.
Maybe that's normal.
And you know that, speaking of Aaliyah and your children, you know that you're not overanalyzing it necessarily when your children
No.
fuck up and
No. That's so
it's-
weird. That's a good point.
Right?
I never do that with Marissa.
Yeah. Yeah. You talk about it with them, you move on from it.
Yeah.
Instead
Yet
of just
with ourselves,
holding
we're-
on to it and just really trying to how can I want to just play with it for another 5 weeks? I don't know, how do I fix this? How do I control this? Yeah.
Well, there's a look inside our little brains on how we're coping these days.
Mhm.
A little peek inside the brain of someone who's working hard on themselves.
Yeah. Trying to think of what else I can add to that. What are we forgetting that we talked about?
Well, just calling Amanda and Rick potatoes because they are no cheesy fries or like a baked potato with extra sour cream.
Okay, well, what about the people that have no
potato.
aspirations and no real dreams or goals? Like, is that normal?
No, I don't think that's normal.
Or they just came here to just simply be? They haven't identified their dharma. They haven't identified their purpose.
Their purpose, yeah.
But they are the most joyous people to be around, peaceful people to be around, not overanalyzing anything, not trying to fix anything.
Those are NPCs.
No, but they're really not always. I think that also I think it's our expectation that we're placing on that person, like.
Okay, all jokes aside about potatoes and NPCs. Yeah, you're right. There's a...
Like, what if...
Because for us, it's never enough.
Right. What if my partner is just meant to be a safe place for me to land? Maybe that was his purpose all along. What if his purpose was to just be the best father?
I'm going to say that to you next time you call me.
And tell me that
he's a potato.
Rick, you're a potato, but like in the best, like the most beautiful, organic potato. You're just a very simple person.
Russet. Just a russet potato. Good for all things.
Yeah. A russet potato is good for all things?
Yeah, you make French fries, mashed potatoes.
Okay, yeah.
But there's other potatoes, like red potatoes are a little sweeter, yellow Yukon potatoes.
I feel like Yukon's like I'm a Yukon potato. So
they're short and like fat. So they're like
stock. Okay, well, he is not short and fat, but I'll give him like a Yukon because he's like, I'm like, there's some stable, solidness there. But I think that it was always my idea for many years. And I would say that this just came up between us, but I feel like I really faced this over the last 2 years, like in my reconciliation with Rick, and just like the resistance that I had about reconciling my marriage was that he didn't appear to have any like dreams.
He didn't keep moving the bar.
Right. Like there were no ambitions. Mm-hmm. There were no, there wasn't any like, I'm going to go after this and do all these things. He was up for anything. Like if I said, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, he was up for it.
Yeah. Cause he's your ladder.
And it made me crazy.
Yeah.
Like I was like, how can you not want all these things? But also as I start to heal myself and work through my own shit, I would learn that I don't have the same ambitions. I'm not as clear. I think that's a good thing. It doesn't always have to be the same ambitions, but I'm not in this, like, I need to do this. I need to do this, do that as much. Mm-hmm. Like I'm in this, like, slow and steady.
Yeah.
My drive is for different reasons now versus before.
Yeah.
So I think I was just projecting.
Or denial. Like, when you don't want to feel, you work harder, you keep yourself super busy, so you get distracted, right?
Decades of my life doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we are. Maybe it's just not time for us to like slow it down and be normal. Mm-hmm. We're not.
Well, I think we're coming into it. I feel like for me, and through this protocol of unbecoming, how fitting, because everything that I thought I was, I am not. Mm-hmm. As I sit here today, I didn't really have a lot of interest in like playing with my kids in the evenings, like my oldest three, like it, and I wasn't neglectful by any means, but I wasn't as involved. I wasn't present. No, I definitely wasn't present. Work was first and foremost, and that was just my. There's a lot of overdrive there.
Yeah.
Whereas now I feel like I want to be like really 4 or 5 p.m. it's done. Like my day is done. I want to be there for my family. I want to be present.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that came maybe with age, a bit of age, but more so it had to do with working through why I was that way in the first place. Yeah. You know? So
I think for me in my journey, I feel like it would be more like becoming. Like I don't feel like ever in my life did I like myself. Did I have confidence? Like I was always distracting and like, you know, the whole getting love in all the wrong places and trying to feel worthy and in the wrong way. And like, there's just so many things that I didn't have at all ever. So on my journey, like I feel like there's like an arrival where I'm like, okay, this is what loving yourself feels like. This is what confidence looks like. This is what being safe feels like. This is what good communication, this is what a good relationship feels like. So this is like all new in a way that like, okay, now you've become like, oh, hey, look at yourself in the mirror. That's you. Yeah.
But also kind of unbecoming everything that you were.
Yeah.
So maybe this version of you is really who you were all along. So there was this like
essence
shed.
Yeah.
Unbecoming of that who you thought you were.
Yeah.
Not that I think that you thought you were.
Well, there's parts of me that have always been the same.
Yeah.
And there's even like things that I've always done that haven't changed, which I know are like part of my who I am deep inside.
Like buying Gucci outfits.
Well, I only have
some things are never going to change. I
didn't buy Gucci outfits when I was young.
No, I mean like over the years, over the last 10 years. That's an interesting topic. We should actually do a potty around that. This idea of becoming more spiritually aware and awake. There seems to be this like misconception that once you are there, that you will no longer like nice things.
Well, it's materialism.
Yeah.
But I think like, I'm sorry, I'm materialistic. I don't give a fuck.
Right. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with
like
that
nice things.
So do I.
But like,
so I'll give you an example.
If someone took it away,
how would you react?
I would have a little grief period, but I think I would be fine because I have not had that and been really, I've been in really poor, desperate places as a single mom and all the things that I've gone through before.
Yeah.
I met.
So it's you feel like you have a healthy attachment.
Yes.
Ish. Like you'll grieve.
Yeah, of course. It'd be sad if I had to drive a Toyota Corolla. Like I would be.
Oh my gosh.
No, I mean, just kidding. I would be.
No,
I'm
not.
Trying to be honest.
No, you wouldn't. Yeah, you would be sad.
But then it would go away because I adjust and I'm very, very flexible in that sense where things do come and go.
Yeah.
And, you know, one minute you think life's a certain way, the next minute it's not.
Right.
And, you know, I can adapt that way.
I like that. Do our viewers want to hear a podcast around that? Because I feel like I have a lot to say about that. It should be a separate podcast.
Wow.
About my own experiences through having gained and lost. And we should talk about our mother's experience with having literally gone from what I would say like pretty much rags to riches and then losing all of it.
Till next time.
Till next time. Let us know if you guys want us to drop a potty around that. Until then. Live, love, laugh.
Don't ever say that again.
This is the Soulful Sisters.